Once we come home, all the cats come running round us. We've not been out that long. The local recycling dump today. I've got a frying pan. As I said before, it seems a lot of these things are quite new or new, and they are people emptying out their ex-rental apartments. And then we got this. It's got one handle missing, but this is something we want to use on our rocket stove, and the black tarnishes badly once you use it on the rocket stove. So after a good clean, this would be perfect for that. A lot there at the moment, because last time we went they'd had a big clear away of stuff, but coming out I found this. Yes, it's old, it's dirty, I'll clean it up, maybe one day I'll even paint it, but this is going to be perfect. It won't be able to go outside, it's bamboo, but it's going outside under our patio cover, and I'm going to put my herbs on it. So I think this will look really pretty. This is the back actually. So the front's got decorative shelving bit. As I say, clean up, maybe a paint in the future. Who knows, but this would be nice for my herbs. I think I'll keep this one as is. And then the sunbeds folded up behind here are because we're paving around the swimming pool, so they won't be there. I'm going to have to look at the height of it because we have a window here, so I won't be able to go there. But you can see how I've displayed some of my herbs right now. We are possibly going to be moving. This is a rocket stove not being used at the moment. That may be moving anyway. And then under here is a barbecue, and that is definitely going to a new home soon. So I think, because we have the wall here, this is the window to my creation station where I do my YouTube. That is the window to Mike's study. I think it will go actually there rather well, and this is undercover. So yes, that's where it's going to be. But now, oh dear, that means I've got to move all the rocket stove, disassemble it. Mike's got to build it up somewhere else before I can put it in situ. I've just been sorting out, funny enough, before we went, my last little area here that needed tidying and sorting. This is for now things that I just want to keep dry that I use for gardens, such as ties, mini stakes. These are all what I found before or been donated. These are drip trays, I use all these for, same as these. So it won't be instant today, but I will show you. I've also been sorting out my chicken coop where I actually keep all my plastics and growing stuff, and I bought some up that I'm going to be using with the indoor growing. So that's all going to be sorted out sometime soon. And the last of these growing stuff, the last of these growing things I want to keep dry, which are under here, like my garden tools that I use all the time, little mini garden tools, garden gloves. These eventually will be going in my room. We're going to be making the, what we like to call the summer room, that we're going to be building to store all lilos, outside garden cushions, and maybe even my netting that I've been collecting when it's not in use, or in the winter when you don't want netting outside being destroyed by weather. So a lot to do here, and I will catch you up when it's done sometime in the future. So right now I've just put it here. That's not its final resting place, but as you can see, it means I can get little pots with some composting, whether I start off other seeds or herbs here. This really is my herb garden outside on the patio. It will actually shift over so it's completely on this wall, but as you can see for now our rocket stove is still here, and that is another project to share with you in the future as to where that's going to go, but you'll see that in a much later edition. So at least it's usable for now. I've got these bottle tops that will be used as cloches over these. I've still got to sort this one out, and for now, that's a donkey. It's a local donkey. For now, the 2 sunbeds that are going on the patio here, there's 4 of them all together, but as you can see this is not finished yet. That's another job. So they're just piled here. I'm keeping this one here because these grow really well here, so I don't want to move them. And the chair, in case you're wondering, is the cat's escape route from inside the sun lounge. They jump up and down onto that and get through their little cat hole. And the big herbs I did have over there just for now. They're coming to the end of their season. This is obviously basil in flower, and I'm going to plant these out into a bigger area where I want them to drop the seed. And there's a few more left here. These are all last year's, and I know if you take the flowers off and take these bobbles off before they flower, then this is how you can keep the same basil going year after year. But I've got so many seeds and I've got so many more growing in the vertical garden, I don't need to keep these here this year. I have preserved lots of herbs from all these plants, so I will let these go to seed. As I say, transplant them elsewhere so they go to seed and drop. That's my little update on progress so far. I have planted many seeds now in the indoor growing area, and I will share that with you in its own video of update of indoor growing area in future videos. So this is the old chicken coop or bird house, tidied up, sorted out, and this is a great place where I keep all my plastics and things for growing. So I've got, these are bottoms of old plastic milk bottles. These are used for my small flower pots as drips for those. These are taller ones, the tops, and these are used in the garden with a small thin bamboo through to keep them in place. I use these more for when I'm growing outside individual shoots that come up. These now are all the bottoms only of water bottles, and again these are either for drip trays for big pots or indeed to cover over things growing outside for germination, or indeed for extra growing in. These I still haven't decided if I'm keeping or not. I did grow some things in these before, and there's another whole crate below full of them. Over in this back corner are tops of water bottles. These are all tops of water bottles, and again these are for germination outside or even inside over pots or growing areas. I've still kept the bottoms of the butter dishes. I did grow in those before fairly successfully indoors. And then under here are the cat food bags, empty ones that are ready to be filled for growing. And as you can see, I still have a lot of space where all the stuff I've taken indoors for the indoor growing this year, which I'll show you in a minute, they actually stack in crates all around. Anyway, I've got spaces and on top of the other crates. So that's all tidy and accessible if I need anything extra this year. This is my compost area, and it needs turning over taken out the bottom that is all composted now. It goes quite a long way round behind the bird or chicken house. Goes all around here, and I will use even the stuff that's not fully decomposed is ready to be used at the bottom of water bottles that I grow in, or on beds where I'm starting to build up layers, and it will carry on decomposing there. So that needs emptying before we get full grass here. We've just started to get little greenery bits poking through on the ground, and once it gets more, Mike obviously will trim it all, mow it all, and then I want the compost empty by then with just big bits that haven't decomposed yet, and the grass will go on top and that will decompose. And we have so much, because we have massive land, that a lot of it, once this is filled, this area, and we've got another area of a compost area, once that's all filled with grass, the rest goes on top of my raised beds and hugelkultur beds. So as you can see, I've already been using my olive leaves and olive cuttings, olive tree cuttings in my raised beds. A lot of it's already gone brown, and then we have some green fresher ones that I've done. I haven't finished with those, and then the non-composted stuff can go on top of that and break down, because as you can see I've got a lot of depth to fill. So that will all go in there. The last of the complete water bottles that I had in the chicken coop area I've got up here now, and I'm slicing them, not completely round but almost, so the lid's shut but easy to open. So I'm just cutting, got 4 more to cut like that, and as I say, I'm going to fill them with a bit of the compost, maybe a bit of manure from outside that we still have from about 3 years ago now, so it's well composted down. And then as you can see, I'm filling them. I have actually seeded the ones with another lid on the top, a double lid. That's just to remind me those ones are done with seeds. And I'm growing seeds in these. This is now December as I'm filming this, so it tells you it is our winter. So it gives you some idea of how I can grow now, because it's still pretty hot. You can probably see the sun. It's a little cloudy in the sky, but very nice. So I'm seeding these already. I did these a little while ago, and I have labelled them with lollipop sticks inside, but once I've done them all and I line them up properly, I will maybe do a plan just in case the labels fade in the sun. So I've got to finish doing all these, so it's going to take me some time. Just this area for now. I haven't completed this area how I wanted it to be, but for this year it will do, just to keep all the bottles, and I do have water right here, so they're easy to water. Here's Mr. Colin Waffles. Hello. And here is the indoor garden. The bottom boxes are other bits I want to use, but not using right now. I haven't finished seeding all of them, but the top row is all seeded. The second row is all seeded. And I haven't done the next row yet. I've done 2. If I've got the lollipop sticks in front, they're done. And I've written on the other side and turned them over because I'm worried about the sun taking the writing off. So these need doing. There's a few more over here need doing. They will probably do for before Christmas, and then maybe I'll do some more after Christmas. So I have plenty of containers, plastic with lids still there and there, whole shelf full. So I will do those probably. I will finish what's here now and then probably do the rest after Christmas. And I can go double or in fact triple thickness on these shelves, look. So I will do a whole lot more. But it's good to do a few at a time. So particularly if you're doing lots of the same types of seeds, like say peppers, so you get them constant throughout the year. And if you want to know what I'm sowing right now in December, we have pineapple tomatoes, we have oval tomatoes, pomodors, so there's those. We have open lettuce. This is my way of remembering what the types are. So I have several different types of lettuce. We have the U-shaped closed up lettuce. It's because we have lots of many brands. We have the rosa lettuce, which is the purpley sort of colour lettuce, the easiest lettuce to grow. I have basil. I have parsley. I have large round tomatoes, the great big ones. I have cherry tomatoes. I have peppers. That's more peppers, I remember. Green spinach. I haven't grown green spinach before. I grow Malabar spinach, which is a different sort of spinach. So I'm trying that. And don't worry about if you're telling me things are growing the wrong season. I'm just growing anything all year round to see what works. Cauliflower. I mean, as you can see, our climate is awesome here anyway. The white icicle radish. I really like those. I grew those last year. And also I've done so far cucumber and large vine tomatoes. That's all I've done so far. As I say, I'm just experimenting, growing everything all year, seeding them continually all year and see what works for me. And finally, these are all my mangoes, and this back one is orange seeds. And that's my update on what's happening growing here. We also went to the vet, and the cat's got a Christmas card from the vet, and he gave them a little cat toy. And I can see definitely Kit playing with it, Mr. Colin Waffles, Fossil, and Pebbles when no one's looking. That's when Pebbles plays. So we've got a nice little cat toy. Hey Fossil, Fossie. That's Fossil saying thank you to the vet for the Christmas toy. Yes, and from the others, yes. Yes, and that was the vet that saved the life of Kit, and also has dealt with all of our cats now for different reasons. And I will link the video below of some of the cats.